What's good, Black Star React fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be looking at a video from Shay Sade. Now, I just want to say something here. And ladies, y'all gonna hate me for this one. But y'all gonna hate me anyways. But your little brother love y'all. Now, today we have a sister calling out the black women that hate being dark skinned because they want to be light skinned. You know, the women that get bleached, their skin bleached and shit. Oh yeah, she about to call them out. Look at this.
And I wish that my fellow chocolate people could be released from the shackles of being so mad and so defensive when somebody call you dark skin. I done been in groups with women that's the same color as me, and when I be like, we the same color, they be like, no, the fuck we not. We not. I'm brown. I'm honey brown. I'm light tan. Like, bitch, you are chocolate. You're dark skinned. Who cares? Y'all be so mad at everybody else being racist, but y'all be racist in y'all's own community. Y'all be so fucking mad if somebody say y'all dark skin or if y'all chocolate, y'all brown skin. That's like an insult to y'all. I want y'all to be released from that immediately. It's not cute.
That one dark skinned girlie that doesn't want to be called dark skin, she wants to be called brown skin because she swears up and down that she's not dark skinned. Baby, they the same thing. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna hold your dark skin hand when I tell you this. It's the same thing. Brown skin is dark skin. And if you have this underlying issue, just admit it. Just admit it. Cause why are you battling? Why are you battling? To
Now, sisters, let's be clear about a lot of this. Y'all cannot blame black men for this. I'm sorry to say that you can't, cause let's be quite frank about this. The way that a lot of sisters look at their skin tone is honestly quite disgusting, or it's honestly quite disgusting. And what do I mean by that? A lot of black women have some beautiful brown skin, beautiful, whether it's dark or whether it's high yellow brown. A lot of y'all have some beautiful skin. The way that y'all talk about yourselves and the way that y'all don't carry y'all's the way that y'all don't wear y'all natural hair, that turns a lot of men off. A lot of y'all have beautiful curly, if y'all want to call it nappy hair. Y'all have beautiful hair, curls and all. Wear it out. Wear your chocolate skin out too.
prove that you're not dark skinned when you are. Why is it a battle? Why is it a battle? We want to battle so bad. Doesn't have to be a battle, baby. Accept it. It's giving self-hate. It's getting self-hate. I wouldn't give a fuck if somebody called me dark skin or brown skin. I don't give a fuck. I'm chocolate. I love it. I'm dark. I'm chocolate. I'm brown. I'm sexy. What the fuck? That's what you bitches need to tell yourselves when y'all look in the mirror. Not that you're fucking, I'm caramel. I'm not dark skin. I'm brown skin. I'm not dark skin. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be dark skin. Like, I promise you. Like, I promise you. I promise you. It's just, it's annoying. It's really annoying. You hate yourself, don't you? Aww.
So I've been doing a bit of a deep dive lately into colorism and specifically how Black women react to it or interact with it. And it's been really revealing to me because what it's showing me is that there are a lot of Black women, I believe, who still have very internalized, just racial views about who they are, about their beauty, about their identity. And it shows with the way Black women argue over colorism, featureism, texturism, the way black women argue and beef with other black women if they believe that some are more privileged than them based upon the color of their skin or their features or their hair or whatever. Like, it's just an ongoing cycle. And really what it reveals is just that there are a lot of women who still are very just traumatized by who they are. Like, they don't believe that the way that they are is good. They feel lesser than, and they will point to their blackness as a reason that they feel lesser than, whether it be their skin tone, whether it be the texture of their hair. And this particular instance, these, beautiful dark skinned women are calling out dark skin being the way or the reason that dark skin being the thing that so many black women who actually are dark don't want to identify as. And it's because there's still very much this negative connotation that being dark or being darker skinned is beautiful, lesser than, will never ever measure up. And I understand, like we understand there's a history to this, to the impacts of obviously slavery, colonization, imperialism, which was global. I mean, we understand the skin bleaching is like a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like, it's something that impacts not just even black women, but even Asian women and women in Latin America. So yes, there is something to colorism, and there is something to femininity being perceived or connected to the lighter skin tone. Like, I can acknowledge that that is real in certain contexts. I really think that at the end of the day, we have to, particularly as black women, really free ourselves and be liberated from these ideas that I believe are so confining. And
Okay, I just want to interrupt right quick. Now she said about she's talking about skin bleaching. Now everybody knows that Serena Williams is bleaching her skin to be a lighter shade. Now, when she was younger, she was a darker skinned sister. Very beautiful skin, very athletic. Now that she's older and she's married to a white man, she's doing all this skin lightening, and it does not look good on her. We have never said anything about black women being too dark, too light. We've never said anything about that. Now, if you have, then that's you. But for the most part, I've never heard black men say, I want a light bright." I've never heard that. And if you had, I apologize. But for the most part, brothers have never said that shit. So I'm trying to figure out for life of me why. Why all of this? Why all of the skin bleaching? Is it because y'all want to be comparable to a white woman? Because y'all wearing white woman's hair, the color of their hair. I know a lot of you gonna say, "Well, there's black people that have blonde hair," but that is a very rare percentage, and that is a genetic. That's a genetic. That's a genetic mutation. Just like everything else, a black person with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's a genetic mutation. That's rare. But for the most part, black people have brown hair, maybe sandy red hair, but it's always a darker color. You don't see many black people with blonde hair. Black people, brown eyes, black eyes, hazel eyes. In some cases, blue and hazel, but or blue and gold or yellow or whatever the fuck. There's rare colors out there, but for the most part, all those are mutations. Everything dealing with the human body, our different skin tones, our different eye colors, our different hair colors, skin textures. All of this stuff is mutations. Why would you try to mess with your unique characteristics all for the sake of to look like somebody else? That is the real question I want to ask sisters.
just so minimizing. And it's quite simple. If you base your value exclusively off of how you look or exclusively off of your ability to have status or not have status, you're always going to be empty. There's always going to be something that you're not happy about. Even if you think of some of the most successful women out there, right? You think of, look, Michelle Obama. She's a dark skinned woman who made it to the top, and she's complained about the different issues she's had in her marriage and, the sacrifices she's had in her career. Like, she's even had stuff to complain about. Think of Aisha Curry. She could, people would say that she could benefit from colors and features and texturism. She's been a multimillionaire since pretty much the entirety of her adult life, has all the status, has all the money, has all the opportunities. And she was sitting up there complaining and talking about, how unhappy she was in marriage at some point and how she's still in therapy. So there's always going to be something to complain about. And I think, the bigger issue is I think there are some ladies who believe that if they showed up in a different body, if they were lighter, if they had more pretty privilege, or if they were whatever, that they would be happier. And it's not true, because there are women who are in the position that they want to be at and are not happy. And so I think we have to really get out of the matrix and be in acceptance that God made you for a purpose. God made you as a dark-skinned Black woman with kinky hair or with, broader features or whatever. That's okay. That's good. Like, every person, every individual that God created is good in his eyes, and they have a purpose, and they have something about them that is special and unique that nobody else has. And I think it's more important to seek that out, to seek your spiritual value and to find more value and purpose from that first, versus, always trying to compete in a matrix or in a system that was, first of all, never created with you in mind. And second of all, you'll never really fully be happy in. So I think, as Black women, we have to find alternative ways outside of this super toxic, I feel like celebrity worship culture. Like, we have to find ways outside of those things to find value. And I think ultimately that does start with healthy relationships at home. Whether it be your parents, your immediate community, having healthy relationships, understanding your history, understanding what's good about where you came from. And I think one of the challenges African Americans have is that, we've learned so much about slavery, but we haven't learned so much about the other things, the inventions, the success stories, just the broadness of Black history that is beautiful and vibrant and very empowering. And I think sometimes just that lack of understanding there can keep people in the slave mindset. And then ultimately, of course, having a strong spiritual identity is key. That is crucial. Cultivating that, recognizing that, your value as a woman is way beyond how you show up in the world, right? And I think being an acceptance of who you are and finding value in who you are, I think that actually, to a certain extent, can actually make you look better, or you can show up better, because when a woman is at peace with herself, and when she is confident in who she is, then that can actually exude physically. So, yeah, I just think a lot of these conversations, they end up keeping us, or keep women, kind of chasing their tail, for lack of a better term. It can keep them in a vicious cycle that leads to nowhere. And I think the best way to just get over it is to exit the conversation completely, to get out of the room, to just completely disengage, and to be in acceptance that the way that God made you is okay. And you're going to find acceptance in that when you are in acceptance of who you are. You find out God's plan and purpose for your life. You seek out healthy relationships and communities. And I think also, honestly, when women have healthy relationships with men in their lives, whether it be husband or things like that, that can also help be a really good affirming place. Because when you have someone who's constantly affirming you, or you're getting those needs met emotionally within those relationships, I think that can also be a great way to feel affirmed, instead of going online and bickering with other women and being mad at celebrities. And when you're receiving that affirmation and stuff, we're online, just in your real life and your real relationships and your relationship with God and your family and friends, then a lot of these other things just become really silly. So anyways, guys, those are my thoughts.
And you know what? I agree with Shay Sade on this, because I just want to say it like this. The way that a lot of people are nowadays, they will literally use other people's life experience as a crutch to make them feel better. Now, as to why, I don't know. But the problem is, we as black people, we've, like Shay said, we've used slavery as a crutch to everything that goes on. And the problem is, like she said, we've never actually taken the time to actually understand understand the different inventions, to understand the different ways that people build something of themselves, even with the circumstances at that time. We continuously use those circumstances as a crutch, and it's only causing a bigger issue because we don't do anything else but complain about that stuff. Now, personally, to me, it's not. It's got nothing to do with. It's got nothing to do with white people at this point. It's got everything to do about the way that we make each other feel in the community, which is pretty bad. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to channels, put the podcast on Spoke.com. I will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.